civil war in Nigerian political history is what I'm telling you today, that the Nigerian Civil War, or often referred to as the Biafran War, civil war in Nigerian political history. Okay. Civil war in Nigerian political history. The Nigerian Civil War is said to begin in May 30, 1967, and ended in early January 1970. Let me start with the remote causes of the war before the immediate causes of the war. The remote causes of the Nigerian Civil War. Number one is anti-Igbo pogrom. Anti-Igbo pogrom in the north. Anti-Igbo pogrom in the north, that is the massive killings of Igbo race in the north, according to record. How record has it, anti-Igbo killings in the north. They say the anti-Igbo pogrom started in 1945, but they said the datings of killings of Igbos is dated from 1945, but I don't want to look at that. But I'm talking about the anti-Igbo killings in the north, raging in Kano, in Kaduna, and the other major cities of the north. Then we have, let me explain that side. The killings of Igbos in the north is said to be the problems that orchestrated the civil war, according to Ojukwu. Because at that point in Nigerian history, Nigeria, as of that time, a federation. That is why I told you that one of the problem in my last video, that one of the problem of a federation is ethnic clashes or war. So Nigeria as a federation is now left out in war or crisis. Reason be that there is actually three significant tribe in Nigeria, which is the Igbo, the Yoruba, the Hausas. So in the north, it is occupied by the northern part of Nigeria, the Hausas, the Fulanis, and the Igbos occupied most of the east. Then the Yorubas occupied the west, the western region. So the killings of Ndi Igbo in the north is one of the problems that necessitated the civil war, often called the Biafran Civil War. Then we have the failure of Gowon to honor the Aburi Agreement. Like the failure of Gowon to honor the Aburi Accord Agreement is also the problems that necessitated or orchestrated the civil war. Back in the days before the civil unrest, different political conferences or confab were held so as to avoid the impending civil war that was coming to Nigeria. One of them was held in Ghana. It was honored by Ojukwu, Louis Mbanefo of the Biafran side, Yakubu Gowon, Chief of Army Staff as of then in Nigerian government, and many other political figures. they agreed on a confederation whereby the central government will we we oversee some little functions of work in the confederation, but the regional government tends to have more powers than the central government. Gowon agreed by the agreements enriching Nigeria. The reverse became the case. It's one of the remote causes of the civil war that claimed close to 5 million people in Nigeria alone. Then we have another causes of that civil war is the creation of 12 states, the first 12 states by Yakubu Gowon. The creation of that first 12 states by Yakubu Gowon was a straw, the last straw that break the camel's back, being that the federal government want to render the eastern region powerless by extracting, by dissolution of a region and creating a state, because the Igbos were dominated. The Igbos dominate most of the eastern region. So the creation of that state, that 12 state, where we have the East Central State, the Port Harcourt, which is the Old River State. So they separated Port Harcourt, which is River State, from the east. So all those things were to render the Igbos like irrelevant in politics as of then, according to the notion of Gowon as of then. So that is the problems, the causes, the remote causes of the civil war. Now, Ojukwu, number one, Gowon did not obey Aburi Accord. Number two, Gowon, instead of honoring the Aburi Accord, applied the policy of divide and rule, which is the creation of first 12 states. Number three, anti-Igbo pogrom in the north is the problems and the causes, the remote causes of the civil war. Yes. Then Ojukwu declared the Republic of Biafra in May 30, 1967, whereby he said that immediately after the declaration of that a republic called Biafra, Ojukwu said that the revenues generated in the eastern region will be used to deal with the problem of internal displaced persons in the eastern region. What do I mean by the problem of internal displaced persons in the eastern region? The problem of internal displaced persons were occurred as a result of the surviving citizens of Igbos in the north that was jam-packed from the north because of the killings, the anti-Igbo killings. So Ojukwu said the revenues generated in the eastern region will be used to deal with the problems of internal displaced persons in the eastern region. Remember, the eastern regional government headquarters was located at Enugu as of that time. So, in exclusion of oil, according to Ojukwu, then Gowon at the main mention of oil, the story changed immediately. So the first gunshot was shot at Garikem, as in Garkem. Garikem is located in the present day Cross River Calabar. The gunshot, they said it was a police action. This police action is meant to crush the rebel within 24 hours. As of that time, they said it is meant to crush the within 24 hours. The police action did not work because though Biafran soldiers were with little or no weapons, but their firm resolved, and their firm resolve will and undying determination to secure their homeland and to be free made that police action fruitless and baseless. So that is why the police action did not work. The Biafran army started making advances from the east to the Midwestern region and occupied it. They passed the whole of Niger, Asaba, and occupied the Midwestern region, trying to make advances to the Federal Capital Territory in Lagos. The pass Ore is present-day Benin. The pass Ore trying to make advances to Lagos, but the action was paused by the then commander of the Shena, the 1st Battalion of Biafran Army, who Shena Banjo, Victor Banjo, assisted by Major General Arinzechukwu Ifejuna. So Gowon was notified of the impending occupants of Biafran army in the Midwest. So Gowon has to send Murtala Mohammed and his troops to crush the rebels. Let's stop here. Next day we'll talk about more about the Nigerian Civil War or the Biafran War. Do well to subscribe to my channel, Magic Nation, Ask of SS Pawudogu, both in YouTube, in IG, in TikTok. Subscribe, get knowledge of your Nigerian history, get knowledge of your African history, get knowledge of world history. Is what I will be telling you, for you to know what happens before the dawn of a recorded history, what happened before the dawn of a written record, what happened even after the advent of a recorded history. Subscribe.